ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Now we're in that camera there with the blue circle in it, okay? If you want to look at a camera.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Big day today as we've got Brent McGuire here along with Sharmila Kakac. Ted Marshall is sitting over there, and we are going to be talking about all kinds of different ways you can learn and improve your mind as well as your workplace and all kinds of stuff today, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
They are from Illinois Eastern Community Colleges, and we appreciate them coming up. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much. Appreciate you watching on channel 100 throughout the organization, 98 over in Salem, and 100 pretty much everywhere else. Thank you so much. Let's tell you a little bit, folks, about what is going on in and around the area. You folks are off the screen right now, so go ahead and ruffle your papers or do whatever you want to do. Have smoke them if you got them. What is going on here today, November 9th, Wednesday, November 9th? Actually, not a ton. To tell you how far I stretched to find something going on today. To tell you just how far I had to stretch to do it, I do have an event up in Newton actually started a little while ago. If you're seeing this, it might be a little late for you. This is the Children First class. It's a class for divorcing parents of minor children, required by Illinois law. Now, I got to tell you, you probably already know about this class if you're supposed to go, right?
You should.
One would think.
Yes.
Maybe, but they probably don't hand out rule books for that. But maybe they should. But anyway, that is up in Jasper County at the Jasper County Health Department today from 8 p.m. until noon. The cost is $75. Classes are limited to 5 spots. You better give them a call at 783-4154 if you'd like more information. And they want to make sure that you know. Do not bring the children to class. This is a class for divorcing parents of minor children, so leave the kids at home. What else is going on today? Wednesday, November 9th is, I got to tell you, this is folks, I typically like to show you the food days, National Pie Day or something like that. There are a few today that actually there's only one food day, and it's a humdinger. This is also Microtia Awareness Day. Microtia Awareness Day, and personally, I was not aware of microtia before I read about this. This is dedicated to spreading hope and knowledge concerning a congenital disability, which derives its name from the Latin term for little ears. Mark your calendar and think of the number 9 as the shape of an ear. That's why they do this on November 9th. So that makes a ton of sense. Microtia Awareness Day right there. It gives you a little bit more information about it. Of course, for most parents, the day of their child's birth is a celebration, but and also concern and uncertainty can pop up. So often you don't know when this occurs. But these kids, this is a nice way to just kind of be aware of what is going on. The EAR Community Organization is who started this. They founded this day in 2016. The EAR Community Organization founded Microtia Awareness Day back in 2016. It was submitted by the Tumblin family. Melissa Tumblin founded this EAR community after stumbling through hurdles and challenges of finding answers for her daughter when she was born with microtia. Since then, the EAR community has brought over 6,500 people together from around the world to the organization's events, making it possible to share experiences and resources. 1 in 9,000, what I say, 9,000, right? 1 in 9,000 kids born with microtia. What else is going on today? Now, I'm going to want you guys, I'm going to want your opinion on this.
Okay.
This is, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy National Scrapple Day. This recognizes the first pork food invented in America. For those not familiar with scrapple, it's traditionally a mush of pork scraps and trimmings combined with cornmeal, wheat flour, and spices such as sage, thyme, and savory and black pepper. The mush is then formed into a semi-solid loaf, sliced and pan-fried. All right, Brent. Have you ever enjoyed Scrapple?
I've never heard of it. It looks good.
I've heard of Scrapple, but I have not.
You have heard of Scrapple.
I have.
Scrapple is actually, I think it's a Pennsylvania thing.
Oh, okay.
And here's a few facts about Scrapple. It is a breakfast. It's also known by the Pennsylvania Dutch as Panhaas. And the immediate ancestor of Scrapple was the Low German dish called Panhaas. Local settlers adapted the dish to make use of locally available ingredients in parts of Pennsylvania. Still called that. If you're traveling in Pennsylvania and you see Panhaas on a menu, you might notice that. During the 17th and 18th centuries, German colonists who settled near Philadelphia and Chester County, Pennsylvania, developed the first recipes. And with such a rich heritage, many strongly associate Scrapple with the rural areas. Supermarkets offer Scrapple throughout that region in both refrigerated and frozen cases. I got to tell you, I like breakfast. I am not eating Scrapple. I'll eat sausage. I guess what's the difference, really?
Yeah, I would eat it.
Isn't that kind of what it is?
I was really hungry.
Would you eat it?
Yeah, I would eat it.
You gonna eat it?
I think so. I mean, I know when you read it says all the meat on a pig.
I believe it's all
What does
the
it
meat.
matter? If you had thyme, black pepper, and whatever else you
Sage.
This thing that'll cover everything else.
I mean, it covers a multitude of sins.
I'd try it.
There's a multitude of sins. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't know. Well, it depends if it's the only thing on the menu. Now, if there's ham,
if you had hash brown casserole, maybe not.
hash brown casserole, have a nice, some kind of nice egg tort thing going. That'd be,
I would eat it over grits, though.
You'll eat it over grits.
I'd eat it over grits. No, I mean, as in, I would eat that before I ate grits.
I understand. Yeah.
I
As
like
opposed to grits.
so.
I see. Yeah, I do too. All right, so there you go. So we're kind of mixed on Scrapple. There you go. That's fine. What else is going on, ladies and gentlemen, in November? This is National Roasting Month. National Roasting Month. Chances are that at least one of the holiday parties that you attend, either in November or December, will have some sort of roast for everyone to enjoy. If not, the hostess or the host or hostess that provides the glorious meal is for your guest. All you have to do for a simple classic roast is preheat your oven to 350. Arrange the meat, veggies, and spices around your choice of meats in a 13 by 9 baking dish. Pour enough water so your baking dish is half full and your food is slightly submerged. Cover with foil. Bake for 2 to 3 hours till the meat and veggies are tender, and serve with the juice in the pan. I gotta tell you, I am when I do my turkey, I do prefer fried, but I don't get nearly enough out of it. So if you roast it, you get more turkey. Is that how you do your turkey for Thanksgiving?
Well, I would rather have it smoked. I don't like turkey.
You don't. You like.
It's probably
you want
not
it
a proper
smoked.
thing to say.
No, that's fine.
I just don't like turkey. I think
If
it's a
you don't
very
like turkey, you don't like
boring
turkey.
meat. It's one of the most boring meats out there.
You got to eat the dark. Eat the thigh. It's. How about you? How do you like your turkey?
I don't like dark meat. Sorry, I'm pretty plain.
So you're gonna eat the breast meat.
Yep.
All right. How you like your turkey there, Ted?
Dark meat.
Dark meat only, says Ted. I gotta tell you, it's.
I will eat Scrapple.
You will, yeah. You eat the Scrapple.
Scrapple, big
The rest of us will eat the turkey. You go ahead, Sharmila, and eat the Scrapple. I'm okay with that. You can have mine. You can have my Scrapple. All right, what's on television, folks? What do you want to see on TV? Quite a bit of things to go here on Wednesday, the 9th NBA basketball doubleheader on ESPN at 6:30. The Knicks at the Nets. That's on Channel 601. The Lakers are at the Clippers on Channel 601 at 9. Also, the Bulls with Ayu Dosunmu playing pretty well at 7 o'clock on NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. College football. I love November. College football in the middle of the week. It's the Northern Illinois Huskies at Western Michigan, the Broncos. That's on ESPNU, Channel 642 at 6 o'clock. Also at 6, Buffalo. The Bulls are at Central Michigan playing the Chippewas on ESPN2, Channel 638. NHL hockey. The Penguins are at the Caps. That's on TNT. It's a doubleheader on TNT at 6:30. Penguins at Caps, followed by Wild at Ducks, and NCAA men's basketball. UMKC, the Kangaroos, will be playing at LSU tonight. That's at 7 o'clock on the SEC Network, Channel 639. The Monmouth Hawks take on Seton Hall on Channel 610. And finally, the Bellarmine Knights take on Louisville on ACC Network at Channel 159 at 8 o'clock. That's Brent McGuire. This is Sharmila Kakac. Ted Marshall's over there. We're going to talk about the Illinois Eastern Community Colleges and how you can learn more about how to go to work and make your workplace a safe place. Here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after these words. Stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center, and that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation, and I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
My mind, ladies and gentlemen, has just been blown. I won't even bring that up. I'm not even going to talk about that. I will at some point, though, but not on television.
Let me just say, I'm not eating it intentionally.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You be Sharmila. You be you. You're willing to eat some scraffle. That's right. That's exactly. That's fine by me. I'm all for that. Welcome back to the Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm joined today by Sharmila Kakac next to me, Brent McGuire next to her, and over there's Ted Marshall. We'll get him in here in just a minute. Talk about some of the. We're going to talk about Illinois Eastern Community College and their business. Was it business and development?
Business and industry.
Business and industry classes. Sharmila, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for being here. Tell me all about Illinois Eastern Community Colleges and the business and industry program.
So the B&I division is actually fairly new to IECC.
Really?
Yeah. So it started July of last year. So that's when I started with the division, and our charge is to, work with our local industry, with the local businesses, and provide training, education to, so that they're stronger as they compete in the global marketplace.
Right.
So that's the goal. That's the overarching goal for what I do in B&I.
And this is you formerly worked at Illinois Eastern Community College, just at the frontier.
I did. So I did
Frontier
adult
Community
ed.
College.
Yeah, I was program director for adult ed for a year and a half.
But now, what was whenever you've gone from adult ed to the business and industry, I'm assuming that was a just kind of a focus change, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't something that I was unfamiliar with, because you may recall I worked with at Airtex for 20-some years doing
Yeah.
international sales. So
Yeah.
I was familiar with how corporations worked, how what the priorities are for businesses. It's not the same as academics. They want to learn and they want training, but it's at a different pace. So that's what we try to capture through B&I, is work with individual companies and industries to tailor and customize training for their specific need.
All right, different pace. Well, tell me what it would be, what the difference. Say you're working with a factory. Well, we'll just take one for example here. I mean,
Say Hella.
Hella
For
here
instance,
in
yeah.
Florida. Since we're in Florida, we'll mention Hella, and you're talking with those folks, and they have Are you looking to help folks in the factory? Or are you looking to help folks in the office? Is there a focus
All
that
of
way?
it. All
Really?
of it. Yeah. So we go and do training in factories for things like back safety, and Ted will talk more about like safety topics
Yeah.
like arc flash and OSHA, whatever the rules are that need to be followed. On the office side, we do leadership training, business processes training. So whatever a company needs, if
All
they
of
can
this through IECC?
all of this through IECC. Yeah, we got a long list of trainings we can do.
Now, are they all done on site, or do you go to the classroom, or how is that? How does that work?
Wherever they want it. That's what makes it customizable. Because
Is that right?
We can do it on site. They can come on campus. We can go to a church building. Whatever's convenient. Wherever is convenient for people to go. And
Was the conglomerate when you said you became involved a year ago?
yes,
Were people doing this before that, or was this a new conglomeration, or how did that work?
there was some of that going on. We've been doing coal mining training for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, IECC is the only provider within the state of Illinois for coal mining, underground coal mining training.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now, I didn't realize that. I was
Yeah.
thinking that. They're also the only ones for linemen, right? Or is that? Or is
No,
there
there's other colleges that do linemen, but there isn't anybody else around this area that's doing
Where's the
line
coal
training.
mining? Is that
Coal
Wabash?
No, coal mining is all done under B&I. We actually have a satellite location on the Johnny Logan campus.
Oh, really?
And one on Southeastern's campus. So we have classes there. We do classes on site. We do them throughout the state of Illinois. Up near Chicago, I mean, we also do not non-coal mining training as well. We'll do aggregate training.
Now, I realize this is one of the reasons you're here, but I'm going to ask a stupid question, and you've known me for a while, so you realize that's not unusual.
We'll be polite now.
That's right. Are people aware of this feature of Illinois Eastern colleges? I mean, you've got the four colleges,
Right.
In Robinson, Albany, Mount Carmel, and Fairfield.
Mm-hmm.
Are businesses aware of this feature of this program for the most part? I know that you're here trying to make people aware.
Right. And because, we've done it. It hasn't been a very formal setup, but since the B&I division came about, it's that is our focus. We were doing some training, but it wasn't a primary focus.
Yeah.
Because of B&I now, at least for those of us involved in B&I, that's our focus, is to go work with whether it be mines or a factory or even a school, hospital. We are reaching out to make those relationships and provide that training.
How does
as
that
needed.
typically? How does that the outreach typically happen? Is it from the business to businesses to you, or is it from the company, from the schools? Pardon me, not the company, the schools to the businesses.
Both ways. I mean, we've got some that a business will reach out to us for a specific training, and,
Right.
and we go out and go visit, go on. We have a website, we have a Facebook page, and we're getting more of that information out.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
They do have a pretty cool commercial. I must admit, I like the music, and,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all right.
and they do have. I got to tell you though, we're going to play the commercial, and I don't recognize any place from the commercial, which. I'm in Southern Illinois. I've been here all my life, and I'm just astonished
It's
that
a
I don't.
mystery. We're going to have to solve later.
You're going to have to tell me where some of these places are. This is
Well, if I knew, no.
This is the business and industry commercial, so do enjoy. I like that. I like that a lot. There's a lot of stuff in there that I did not realize that IECC was doing unmanned technology, the unmanned aerial
Yes,
technology.
we do. So it is actually a degree program. You can either do a certificate or a degree in it.
Yeah.
It is the
Oh,
classes. are-
really?
Yes.
You get associate's degree.
Yes.
In flying drones.
flying drones. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I mean, it is a growing. It's a growing need.
That is a
industry.
growing need.
Yeah. Think of all the different ways you can use a drone.
but yeah, other than the realtors. See, that's what I would think. Realtors, the one main ones-
Farmers.
Farmer.
You want to know where there's some kind of problem in your field, and you don't want to drive. Look at the size of the farms. I mean, you can send your drone in and figure out what's going on. Emergency services.
Tell me what's going on November 15th.
So November 15th, we are starting an OSHA class.
Oh, okay. This is more for Ted.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
need to bring Ted
All right.
in.
I
Yeah.
tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to talk to Ted here in a bit, as well as Brent, because they've got all kinds of stuff going on. Did you have something more you wanted to explain right now? Because I'll get you back.
No. You can.
I'm going to get you back.
Yeah. Just you ask the questions, I'll answer them. But
Have I done?
you're doing all right.
Is there anything else you want to cover right now?
Not at this very second. No, we're good. Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah.
Customer's always right. Yeah, that's one of the things you learn through BNI, right?
That's right. That's right.
You want some big talk. Back in just a
Absolutely.
sec. Stick around.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGuire, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Especially like 11, that's a sacred time.
We're talking about Oakland City College, ladies and gentlemen. But
yeah.
I did not realize it.
Yeah.
How big is it? We're talking about the bell tower at Oakland City College.
I mean, it's it's not 10, 12 feet wide, but it's 3 stories.
They built one at the University of Illinois. Also,
really?
probably about 10 or 15 years ago, down there on the near the education campus and near the business campus, and out there. The only reason I know about it is because they built it right where the Marching Illini's practice field is, or was, and they stuck this big bell tower out there, and I saw it, and I just had I had no understanding why they built it, other than it's near the school section, the education part, and they were louder than me. I was not happy about that. Louder than me and my horn. So, what are you going to do? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, as joined by Ted Marshall along with Brent McGuire, and we're talking about the Illinois Eastern College's Business and Industry program, and some of the things that they do, some of the things. Tell me about the OSHA part of it.
Well, I've been an OSHA authorized instructor now for probably about...
Oh, by the way, welcome to the show, Ted.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. So I've been an authorized outreach instructor now for probably about 10 years. I've been in, of course, safety for about 25 years. And basically what we do is we go to businesses, or the businesses can come to the college.
Yeah.
And we can do classes. We do the OSHA 10-hour class, which we got coming up here on the 15th of this month here in Flora. And then we also offer the OSHA 30. We just started this year at the Noble facility, their facility there. We offer forklift classes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because again, OSHA says that everybody needs to be trained and protected.
Yeah.
So we offer that. And when we started this at the college, basically what we were trying to do is when someone went out to apply for a job, this gave them another leg up on getting that job.
They have a certificate.
They have a certificate and an OSHA card. And the card is good forever. They do recommend every so many years go back and get your vitamin B12 shot and try to, take more classes. But and the forklift card is good for 3 years.
Really?
So this has been a big plus. Before that, I was a outreach instructor. Actually, in 2019, went to 17 different states, did over 400 different industries, and of course, then in 2020, I got the call from the company I was working with, and they said, go home, there's a thing called COVID.
Yeah, a lot of people got that.
Yeah, so I'm back at the college teaching. I've been out there off and on for about 5 years. And the college is, with this new business industrial that is set up, what we're doing is not just the OSHA 10 and the OSHA 30 and the forklift classes, but we can come out and do assessments. I can go through and walk through a plant and see what the problems are. If you have a special need like lockout, tagout, policies and programs, I can make that up for you. So we can do everything.
Oh, that's all right, Ted. You and I have just met.
Okay.
I gotta know. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, and I always say this, and I'm gonna put Brent in the screen too, because he's known me all my life. I used to run I work at a business material, a building materials dealer who ran forklifts. We had forklifts and trucks and all that kind of thing. I would occasionally drive the forklift. I never got That's the business is out of business now, so
They're safe.
There's no statute of limitations. I never got the forklift. What would happen if I'd had an accident on that forklift without the certificate?
Well, and this is the thing that most companies don't realize. If you have 10 or less employees, you do not have to do certain things. You still have to train your employees of the hazards.
Yeah.
Plus, 10 or less employees, a lot of times if someone gets hurt, they don't feel like they have to report it because they're 10 or less. That's not the case.
Oh, really?
No. So if you have 7 employees,
doggone it,
and you have a situation, someone gets hurt, if someone gets hospitalized, they got up to 24 hours to call it in, and then there will be an OSHA investigation. And at that point, if you were driving a forklift and they found out you did not have training, the fine for that is $14,000 per person.
Oh, but not per time on the forklift, right?
No. But what happens is, and this is the one thing we're trying to teach everybody of businesses of all sizes, is they're out there watching. OSHA last year, their budget was $580 million.
Okay.
They end up collecting in fine revenue about $380 million.
Are you serious?
Wow. So they're almost self-sufficient.
Yeah.
According to
Wow.
the government. Yeah.
That is amazing to me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we will flash this. Make sure you know about this is coming up. Tell us all about the 2-day class. So you said this is one of the 10-hour classes. Was it 5 a day?
Well, by the time you get breaks and stuff, yeah. So what we're going to do is basically start at 9. We'll finish by 5. Probably the second day we'll probably finish a little closer, as far as sooner. But as far as what we do is we pick out 10 topics, slips, trips, and falls, bloodborne pathogens, material handling, SDS, or the right to know. And we go over these topics, and according to OSHA, to get a 10-hour card, you have to be in class for 10 hours with me.
Okay.
So at the end of that class, and you get your OSHA card. And the great thing about this is we get different industries in. Everybody has the same issues. They have the same type of employee. So it's kind of like a round table. So as we start talking, someone may say, hey, well, this is what I did, or this is how I solved that problem. Right now, there's a lot of employees switching roles, going to the greener pastures.
Yeah.
And it's caused a problem for the employers. And I don't know how to fix some of that, but we're going to make them safe, though.
Well, you see, that's half the battle, folks. Make sure that you will make them safe. If folks have questions about it, do they call you? Do they call these numbers to register, or what number would they need to call?
They need to call the number to register. Then they get me the information. Then, like I said, the day of, all the materials are included, and the OSHA card is included after you complete the class. And, OSHA has been around for a while. They started about in the 1970s, early 70s. And the reason being, at that time, there was over 14,000 people dying a year just going to work.
Oh, my heavens. How many is it now?
Well, last year was the first year they had a major decrease, and it got down to about 4,400. But it's going to go back up because last year...
people were away from work.
Yeah. So there's still, probably in... because we're always a year behind. So in 2021, there was probably 12 people a day dying going to work.
I got to tell you that there are some people, probably though, Ted, that would be just as unsafe working at home as they are at work.
Well, and that's one thing I do try to cover too.
That's me.
Well, and that's one thing I try to cover in my class is not just work related, but I try to have the diversity to make it to where they understand at home. Because if you get hurt at home and can't go to work, then the employer's still affected.
Yeah.
So we try to not just touch on the business side, but also we try to touch on the personal side.
There you go. Well, I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, talk a little bit more about the OSHA, but we're also going to talk about what Brent is teaching how to save lives, because Brent's got all kinds of the building and industry has all kinds of different programs saving lives, don't you, Brent?
Yes,
We're not all, well, he's saving lives too.
That's right.
but he's also paying OSHA 2/3. Wow, that is impressive. That's the wildest stat I've heard all day. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back in just a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGuire, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. And Brent McGuire is here along with Ted Marshall. And Sharmila Kakac is here as well. We're talking about the Frontier Community College Business and Industry Program. Not Frontier, pardon me. Illinois Eastern Community College's Business and Industry programs, which cover all kinds of different things. We're trying to make your workplace safer, but not every problem happens in the workhouse or in the workplace, does it? Tell me what else. What are you here for, Brent? Tell me what's going on.
Well, I mean, I guess ours does happen in the workplace. If you're
yours could happen anywhere.
Yes. So we provide CPR training throughout the district, which includes skills to help save an adult's life, child, infant. We also do AED training as part of that, and then an optional component is first aid.
Okay.
Not everyone chooses first aid, but that's a little bit more in depth, and we have classes that provide that those basic skills, but then we also have a little bit more advanced basic life support, CPR, and that's more for medical professionals, or what we might call, like, if you're like a first responder, fast responder,
paramedic type or something.
Well, or like sometimes in factory they have these first responders, fast responders, whatever. They may want a little bit more advanced training because they're going to have more responsibilities when it comes to an accident in the workplace, and so we provide this basic life support. But also nurses, yes, EMTs would take something like this. And so
how often do you have classes for this, Brent?
We are trying to do what we call community classes, where we try to offer one ever so often that anyone from the community could jump into. But usually it's by request. Most of our classes are by request. And so
you're going to the businesses, the ones by request, right?
Yes. So much like their other training, we will accommodate whatever works best for them. If it's best for us to go to their facility and do the training, we'll do that. However, we have a few that say, I don't really have a good training room for it. Could we use the college? And since we have 4 locations, we'll use one of our locations to do training for them.
What do you prefer?
Whatever the customer prefers is what we prefer.
Yeah.
whatever works best for them. Our instructors are very flexible and being able to adapt to whatever the setting is. Just as long as we have a large enough space and the right technology to do it. But
And probably whatever hours they want to do.
yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, we have all kinds of different hours that we do it. So, like recently, we were just at Silicon Plastics. We did 3 different trainings on 3 different days to accommodate their different shifts.
How many different? Do you keep a track of how many different folks you have given CPR certification and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do. Now, I can't throw those numbers out to you right this moment.
You can't legally come close.
No.
Oh, that's fine.
I would dare. I mean, I don't know if Sharmila can help, but we do keep track of all that as far as the number of people and businesses and organizations that we do training for.
There's a flyer
Yes.
on the Be a Lifesaver First Aid, CPR, and AED training. How difficult is and now I'm asking as just I've seen it done from about 150 feet away.
Yeah.
How difficult is AED training?
Oh, it's
Can you get that wrong, or is it something you can't screw up very easily?
I hate to say you can't ever get something wrong, but it's very hard to mess up AED, because it walks you through the things. It's telling you what to do, where to place the pads. It's not going to shock someone unless it detects that they need shocked. A lot of people think that. I'm going to accidentally. You're not going to. It's not going to happen. I mean,
no kidding.
No.
So you put the pads on somebody, and it feels for
it's looking for the rhythm,
beat, or a slight rhythm or something.
It's looking for the rhythm, and if it doesn't detect, it's not going to shock someone who doesn't need to be shocked, no matter what.
No kidding.
Yeah. Now, it is important people understand, I got to make sure the scene is safe, right? I don't want the person to be lying in a pool of water and put these on there, right? There's some common sense.
I got to tell you, I hadn't thought about that.
So I'm just saying.
That's the need, ladies and gentlemen, for the class right there. You need the class. So call 847-9163. If I call that number, that's just basically office trying to
That's
set
me.
up.
You're going to get me.
That's you.
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
And I have taken the class through the college. Actually, I'm a first responder for our fire department over in Richland County. Have been for about 10 years. And the CPR class, to be recertified, you have to do it every 2 years.
2 years, yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And that's this guy, right? What's his name?
Yeah. So, right there on the far right, we've got Tom Winland.
Well, no, I know who the people are, but the guy on the table.
Oh, the guy on the table. Well, that's. Yeah, well, I think they call her Big Bertha, to be honest. So it's supposed to be a girl, I guess.
Oh, it is.
I don't know. But anyway, what's really neat about this is for our EMT classes. Okay. We don't break this out in our CPR class.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have our mannequins are only the chest portion. Unless we have the infant, that's the entire.
See, that's infant. Tom and.
But that's Tom and Darla Winland there, and then Andrew Miller, our fire chief, and of course that's some guy over there on the left. But no, so that's really neat in the EMT class that actually they can get a pulse, respiration, blood pressure.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Timeout. That little device will give you a pulse.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You moved.
I put it back on.
Yes. That mannequin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see kind of right in front of Darley in the middle there. There's a box.
Yeah.
That's where they can set what's the blood pressure, what's the respiration, what's the oxygen.
Oh my gosh.
And then the students have to help diagnose the patient because that's what we're going to do in the field, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's much better to do that on this mannequin than an actual person and mess up, right?
Yeah, I would think.
Yeah.
I would think it would be quite a bit better.
So that's a great tool that we have for our EMT students.
And the EMTs right now, they're in great demand.
Yes, everywhere. So we've been asked everywhere. We were hoping to get a class going here. We're still in the works of that. I'm not sure if it's going to work out for the spring, but we are getting more and more need for EMTs and even paramedics.
What is the time frame for? I mean, is that would that end up being a 1 year or a 2 year?
So EMT
certificate as well.
EMT, we get that done in a semester.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that's the basic EMT.
Yeah.
There's also an advanced EMT, and then there's the ultimate goal for some of them might be a paramedic, which we don't currently have, but we are in the process of working with some institutions to have a paramedic program.
And this will be also through all 4 different schools?
Yes.
Or is this just going to be the frontier?
No, every program that I am talking about, CPR, EMT, the paramedicine that we want to get, fire science, that's all throughout the district.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of fire science, tell me what's going on. What are some of these pictures?
Yeah, so this was a recent training for one of our basic firefighter classes up at Olney this past weekend. And so a lot of these gentlemen had, they may have been volunteers on department, but they've not ever been in.
So they're like newcomers to volunteer firemen.
Yeah, and so they go in there, and if you go to that next picture, Bruce, I think I can send you one more. So this is just a shot from the outside of how the fire there, has burned up the wall and it's kind of starting to roll over on the ceiling.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, it is bad. But they will actually put them in there, and they get to watch how that fire develops and how it grows, so they can learn what is the mechanics, if you will, of the fire. How does it move? What does it do? So they can learn how to fight it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And so that's up at Olney. We have a little training center at Fairfield as well.
Yeah.
Where they go in there and they do that training.
Where's the one in Olney?
It's down on Whittle Avenue.
Yeah.
South?
South, almost down to 130.
It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Out there in the middle. Well, it's not quite in the middle of town, but
but it's a nice facility. Our department works with Olney quite a bit, and like I said, we've had some training there, and it is amazing. Again, back to the OSHA side, you have to know what your hazards are, and doing the training like they're doing, they now can live real life situations with not putting themselves in danger.
Right.
Well, that's just that's outstanding. That's fascinating to me that they are able that there is now. What's the firefighter? Is that a semester as well, or is that just training?
We have a certificate or degree program, so they could actually go all the way through to get an associate's degree. Many times they go through and get certificates, and our main courses are what we call like a Mod A, B, and C, which aligns with the state fire marshal's requirements to do that. And so once they go through all those, then they can sit for an exam with the state fire marshal to qualify them as a firefighter.
I'll be doggone. There you go. Folks, I am learning just a voluminous amount today, and we're going to learn some more when we return, as we're going to get Ted to tell us some horrific OSHA stories. Those are the best. You got good ones?
Seen a few.
He's seen a few. We're going to be back right after this. Stick around.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose auto owner's insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGuire, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. here on Wabash Catch TV. Sharmila Kakac has sat back down along with Ted Marshall here, and Brent McGuire has been here. We are talking about the Illinois Eastern Community College's Building and Industry program and the different things that they offer in the communities that I'm afraid folks just aren't all that heavily aware of. Sharmila, are you?
That is accurate. I don't think everybody knows. They know that they can come to the college to get some, take some classes and maybe do some training. They just don't understand the depth of it.
Yeah, that's
all the different things we can offer.
All right, I've already told, ladies and gentlemen, I've already told my own horror stories. Oh, not really horror stories. I never bumped anything other than pallets of shingles when I was riding a forklift. But I'm certain if you've been in this industry you've been in the OSHA safety industry for 20 years.
Yeah.
What are some of not the worst, but what are some of the things that you have run into that you would that you just know is an accident waiting to happen at different workplaces?
Well, forklifts are probably one of the biggest things at OSHA. It's in their top 10 list.
I bet it is.
They got people driving.
Yeah.
And it's 100 people a year die on forklifts.
Oh gosh.
70 about 8,000 people are injured.
Now you're making me feel guilty.
Oh yeah,
never hurt anybody.
No, and the thing runs into is most people become callous to their job, and because they've done it so many times and done it forever, and their mind someplace else, and next thing you know, they end up getting hurt or hurt somebody else. And even if an employer has done all the proper training, OSHA's still going to come in and say, hey, we want to see this.
Yeah.
And just because OSHA shows up does not mean you're going to get a fine out of the deal, as long as you got your paperwork and your training. The other thing is OSHA does offer, if you want to ask OSHA to come into your facility, they will at no charge and do a assessment, the same as what we do. But if they see something, they're going to make you fix it, or you're going to get fined. So,
whereas you guys make recommendations.
Correct.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. And the thing runs into is the industry, like I said before, last year we had 4,400 deaths, which will probably be up over 5,000 this year. They're saying 2.5 million people were injured at the workplace sites. And I think most of that can be prevented if they just think and or have proper training.
Okay, so you've been very general. You're being general. I want you to tell me something you ran into that you thought, oh, this is an accident just waiting to happen.
Well, a lot of the biggest things is machine guards. A lot of times what happens is people have to do adjustments, maintenance, or the operators, so they just leave these guards off.
Right.
The next thing you know, you have the situation where someone gets their finger stuck in a pinch point. I had in Evansville here several years ago where a guy who was in a mattress factory was cleaning out some cotton. He had bypassed the safety switch, so when the door was open, it would shut the machine down, and stuck his finger where he shouldn't have stuck it. Next thing you know, he lost 2 fingers.
Oh.
And it was a major issue.
Ted, I was looking for stories where you walked in and fixed it before it.
Unfortunately, and we've had this comment before.
You're finding.
Oh.
But I guess if a business is bringing you folks in, bringing in the Illinois Eastern Community College Business and Industry folks in, they're probably cognizant enough that there may be problems. And have already made themselves pretty close to safe, right?
Well, and
hopefully,
or trying, yes. Trying. And there is some out there that really do a super job. But what happens in our industry, and I'm talking OSHA safety industry, do you act or do you react?
Right.
And unfortunately, as Americans, most of the time we react.
Yeah.
So something happened. Oh, we better fix it now.
Yeah.
And we just had this conversation the other day, and because what happens is the industries out there they need to be more proactive and solve the problems, and that's where we come into play. Not just myself, but There's another instructor that has the OSHA credentials, and then, of course, in the fire safety, it's a big thing also.
I got to tell you, Sharmila, you called me a few weeks ago about this. We talked a few weeks ago about them coming on. I had, and in talking about the awareness of this program, Illinois Eastern Community College Business and Industry Programs, I had no idea that you folks did this kind of thing.
And safety is just one of the things we do. You know, we are doing a couple of different leadership.
We have the leadership training.
Yeah, leadership training, and it's very, you know, right now what has happened, and as a result of COVID, a lot of people left they left, and so they've moved people up through the ranks.
Right.
Just because you're a great worker doesn't mean you're a naturally born leader. So
right.
You have to train. It can be learned, but you have to be trained. And so a lot of companies are realizing that they have to invest in their employees if they want to keep the employees. Turnover is a big issue, and I think one of the things that training does is it helps people stay with the job they're in and the companies they're with. Because I think one thing that it conveys to the employer is that they care. They care about their safety. They care about, you know, growing them as an individual. You know, that they're part of the landscape, you know.
It conveys that to the employee from the employer.
Exactly, that they're invested in their employees, and that's big to keep people in the jobs they're in.
And I would say just not the employers, but the employees. A lot of times when they look at the college, they look like, oh, I'm going to get a business degree or a math degree or do science. That's a small part. Well, I don't say small part, but this business and industry, the training and stuff that can be done will pay dividends to the employer.
How much of if folks have questions, they want to learn more about it, how do they get a hold of it? Where would they find more information, Sharmila?
So they can go to the IECC website, click on, there's a community tab, you can click on that, and then there is a page for BNI, and you can go in there and it gives, you know, it lists all the different types of trainings we do. We also actually offer we have an online training available to people. It's somebody we contract with, but it opens up a whole new area of training that they can do online. You know, short term, some of those are longer terms, and some will give you a certificate, some won't. But it is available for people to do online training as well. We have a Facebook page. If they go and follow it and like it, you know, you can see what's coming up. They can always call the college and ask for the BNI department. There's just, you know, different ways, all the common ways you can get a hold of people.
And you're always looking for new places. I'm assuming that you're looking for new places and new businesses to help, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So not only are we looking for new places to do training at to help people, but we're also looking for, if you have a specific need that's not on the list that we have on our website, just ask. We'll come up with the training for you.
Well, that's kind of what I was figuring. I mean, you've got places, we mentioned Hella. I toured NAL a couple of years ago, and there are places in NAL. NAL does a great job. They had safety stuff all over the place. But I'm assuming that there are several different leadership and different places that they could
processes, you know.
Process, yeah.
Excel,
both on the sales side or on the in the office side as well as on the
we do customer service
training,
HR training. It's a whole long list of it, and everything in between. Yeah.
And one thing about the bigger companies they're going to have people that specialize just in HR or specialize in safety, but a lot of the companies, and we're talking 50 or less, the safety person may also be the HR, which also may be the warehouse manager, and all of a sudden
multiple hats. So you've got to be, you've got to have the basis of knowledge so you can keep everybody safe and on point. Yeah.
Exactly right. Well, I appreciate you folks coming up today. I sincerely do. Next up is the business and industry, the OSHA classes, November 15th and 29th. By all means, call those phone numbers if you are interested, or if you're interested in someone from your company going and doing that, because it really helps you. It's cheaper in the long run.
Oh yeah,
it's much cheaper in the long run. I make fun, but I know
it really is. And then if you take a CPR class and save one life,
you've made it worthwhile. Sharmila, thank you so much for being here. Ted, thank you so much for Brent. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time on Big Talk. Have a great day.